This call is now being recorded.
Okay, good morning. We have completed two chapters. Chapter 1, spur gear and helical gear design. Chapter 2, pressure vessel design. We have completed objective test number 1 on chapter number 1. I will take objective test number 2 based on chapter 2. Afterwards, now today we will start chapter number 3, that is statistical considerations in design. Therefore, what are the statistical considerations? Already you may have studied in mathematics mean, mode, variance, standard deviation. Therefore, all these things are nothing but statistical considerations in or statistics. Therefore, we'll start. First is in that frequency distribution. Statistics deals with drawing conclusions from a given or observed data. Statistical techniques are used for collection, processing, analysis, and interpretation of numerical data. On the basis of statistical analysis, valid conclusions are drawn and reasonable decisions are taken. Statistics enables the engineers to understand the phenomena of variations and how to effectively predict and control them. Statistics has made valuable contributions in the areas of product design and manufacture and effective use of material and labor. The basic data consists of observations such as the diameters of shafts manufactured in one shift. In this case, the group of all shafts is called population. When the group is large, it is not possible to take observations of the entire population. In such cases, only a small portion of the population is examined, and this portion is called a sample. Population is defined as a collection of all elements we are studying and about which we are trying to draw conclusions. On the other hand, a sample is defined as a collection of some but not all of the elements of the population. A sample is a part of the population, but the converse is not true. It is easier to study a sample than studying the whole population. It costs less and takes less time. A representative sample has the characteristics of the population in the same proportions as they are included in the entire population. Therefore, many times a sample is analyzed instead of the entire population. Therefore, we are knowing that whenever there are large number of samples or readings are there, at that time we can't analyze that large number of readings or entire population because it takes time. Therefore, what we are doing, we are taking out some samples or part of the some population and we are analyzing that population, and based upon that analysis of the sample we are carrying out the or we are taking the decisions or we are arriving at some conclusion. Therefore, now let us consider an example of 100 shafts of hydrodynamic bearing with recommended tolerance of 40 E7. E7 means interference fit is there. The shafts are manufactured on lathe and finished on grinding machine. Their diameters are measured by micrometer and the readings are tabulated in table 1. The readings in table 1 are called raw data. A data is defined as the collection of numbers belonging to observations of one or more variables. In this case, the diameter of shaft is a variable and 100 numerical readings taken by micrometer are a data. Raw data is a data before it is arranged or analyzed by any statistical method. Raw data does not show any pattern or trend of population and does not lead to any conclusions. In this chapter, the objective of statistical techniques is to rearrange and present the data in a useful way so that the decisions can be taken. Now, these are the readings of the 100 shafts, whatever it is mentioned. Now you already have studied in machine drawing limit speed tolerance. Therefore, whatever suppose 40 dimension is there, we cannot achieve that 40 exact dimension. Either it is 40 point something or either it is 39 point something. Therefore, that is nothing but tolerance. Therefore, that's why all these values are nearer to 40, 39.9 to 40. Therefore, these are the readings of diameter of 100 shafts in mm. Now let us arrange the data given in table on the basis of diameter of shafts against the number of shafts. As shown in table, this diameter against number of shafts. A particular diameter such as 39.926 mm is written in the first column, and each shaft with this diameter is shown by mark X against it. Finally, the number of marks are counted and written in the last column. For example, the total number of shafts with a diameter of 39.940 is 8. Therefore, what we have to do? This is 39.926. How many times this has been there in the previous table? 39.926. We have to count. We have to see how many times that is appearing in this table. Therefore, it is appearing only one time. Therefore, that's why we have marked only one X. Therefore, total one. Similarly, 39.927. It is appeared for only one time. 39.928, it is appeared for one time. 39.929, it is appeared for one time. 39.930, it is appeared for one time. 39.931, it is appeared for four times. 39.932, it is appeared for five times. 39.933, it is appeared for five times. 39.934, it is appeared for one time. 39.935, it is appeared for four times. 39.936, it is appeared for nine times. 39.937, it is appeared for 10 times. 39.938, it is appeared for 10 times. 39.939, it is appeared for 11 times. 39.940, it is appeared for 8 times. 39.941, it is appeared for 6 times. 39.942, 5 times. 39.943, 5 times. 39.944, 3 times. 39.945, 2 times. 39.946, 3 times. 39.947, 1 time. 39.948 one time, 39.949 one time, 39.950 one time. Therefore, the data in table 2 is arranged in the form of frequency distribution table and represented in this table, table number 3. Frequency distribution is defined as an organized display of data that shows the number of observations that fall into different classes. Therefore, now this is the frequency distribution. Shaft diameter, we have taken some range 39.926 to 39.930. Therefore, in this range, 5 shafts are there. See here 39.926 to 39.930. 5 shafts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similarly, 39.931 to 39.935. 39.931 to 39.935. We just have to add this 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 1. 5, 5 plus 5, 10 plus 15 plus 4, 19. Therefore, 19 times. Similarly, 39.936 to 39.940, 48 times. 39.941 to 39.945, 21. 39.96 to 39.950, 7. Therefore, total shafts we are getting it as 100. Whatever our 100 shafts reading were there, this is nothing but 100. Now it is observed from table 3 that the first class consists of shafts with diameters ranging from 39.926 mm to 39.930 mm. The number of observations belonging to each class is called class frequency. Thus, the class frequency is the first class of the first class is 5. The range 39.926 to 39.930, which defines the class, is called the class interval, and the limits 39.926 mm to 39.930 mm are called lower and upper class limits. The difference between the limits, that is 39.930 to minus 39.925 or 925, is equal to 0.005 mm, is called class width. In table 3, the classes are equal, that is, the width of the interval from beginning of one class to the beginning of the next class is same for every class. Equal classes are always preferred in statistical analysis. When classes are unequal, the distribution is more difficult to interpret. Therefore, classes must be equal in case of statistical analysis. There are two methods of representing the frequency distribution, namely histogram and frequency polygon. As shown in figure 1, the histogram consists of a set of rectangles. The base of the rectangle on the x-axis is equal to the class width, and the area of the rectangle is proportional to the class frequency. When the class widths are of equal size, the heights of rectangles are proportional to the class frequency. The frequency polygon is a line graph of class frequency plotted against class marks or midpoints of class intervals. Therefore, this is nothing but your frequency distribution. This is nothing but histogram. This is frequency polygon. Average, or that average line has been taken so that all the readings can be accommodated. When a large number of observations are taken and very small class widths are selected, the frequency polygon becomes an approximate curve. One such frequency curve, which is widely used in the statistical analysis, is the normal curve as shown in figure 2. Therefore, this is number of shafts, this is shaft diameter. Therefore, this whatever curve is there, this curve is known as normal curve. Same case is here. On x-axis shaft diameter in mm, on y-axis number of shafts. Therefore, this is known as the frequency curve. Now we will solve the example. Please write down the example. 100 test specimens made of gray cast iron FG300 are tested on a universal testing machine to determine the ultimate tensile strength SUT of the material. The results are tabulated. Sorry, the electricity has gone. Therefore, we'll stop here. Please wait. I will write your numbers. Please wait. Please wait. I will write your numbers. Please wait. I will write your numbers. Okay, we will stop here due to electricity problem. Please, I will end the class. Thank you very much.